Ratings. Maybe which has broadcast. So this connection, I've connected it before in the past. I had a request to do it, and I guess it was the time. It's 11:11 right now too, so it's being recorded. So the Tartarians, however you pronounce it, that's been, you can say, erased from history, modern history. Um, they're in around Mongolia area. I believe a lot of them went to Russia. I tried to do a channeling earlier today, and I thought it was bad, but I got like mixed messages. I felt like a cover up, not by the Tartarians, but that there is some energy here that doesn't want it out there. It's connected to Asia. You can look it up. Also, it's a kind of a controversial connection. I've done one channeling on it. It was mentioned a while back. Connected to the Asian side of it. So it's Asian slash Russian slash even Caucasian. It's like different. Yeah, it's like different strands of it. So it's not all Asian. It's not all Russian. Um, so, but is there a cover up? When anyone says the conspiracy theorist says a cover up, but then there's maps, ancient maps of it and everything. Yeah, of course there's a cover up. I mean, you can't go by mainstream anything, like ever. Look at the mainstream news. Again, it's all just. I mean, I don't know what they even call it news. Just propaganda. So, so yeah, this energy is quite. I'm gonna go into it probably even more. Well, but I would also want to channel Snowman after that. A little bit lighter. I feel Snowman, so tis the season, right? We're going to Snowman Island, right? But yeah, it's very, very. This is the Tartarians are very strange. I did feel like some of them that did come out of the ocean. Um, yeah, that was neat. They used to live in the sea and then they became Asians. That was cool. Uh, but there's more to it than that. Like ancient Atlantean energies, also probably in what some were Marian. It's just a major cover up. Of course, your mainstream anything is like I mean, there's ancient maps, so it's like connecting to another version of Earth also. So it's I mean, how do you cover something up like that? Well, you the schools, you just I mean, the elite run the schools, so it's not. Is it that hard? I mean, if anything, if people question it, it just call it conspiracy theory. So it's not that difficult when you think about it, and especially it was long ago. So around like I think around the 1900s, around that time is when they started erasing it. Maybe 1800 time period. So I don't have a. I didn't look. Every time I try to look this up, I feel sick. I look into it and then I don't feel good. So it's like connecting to the CIA, or it's like connected to the CIA or Lockheed Martin, where you're looking at that. It's like, okay, I'm gonna scan their energies, and then okay, now I feel sick. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. That's the same thing with this. It's like I try to dive into it, and it's not that easy. So yeah, there's definitely beings here that I believe there's a lot of advanced technologies that was during that time that they don't want to be uncovered. Um, and it's just a massive cover up that I don't know if I'll ever get an answer on it, to be honest with you. So I'm going to connect to her. I was connecting to earlier. It'll be live one of these days. It's going to be a while. But like one of my 2 hour uploads will be one of those, but it's going to be a while for that. I'm pretty backed up on that. So, but yeah, this is strange. So, all right. All right, we'll go into that second here. Okay, yes. Okay, it's avatar.com, right? 5 sessions. A scheduler, when I had a channel, Google Hands, Zoom, and China on my phone. I have a shop here. I'm at the 19th. Same situation here. At the webinar, social network, Rabbit, and behind the scenes. And yeah, this is there's the ancient maps that, I mean, even in the United States. I mean, why is any of if this is an ancient map? Why is this any of this here and here? So yeah, even here it has the CIA that was trying. This is where I got the title from. The CIA is covering this up. So yeah, according to this little expert here, but you can find it probably also on the CIA's website too. No surprise there. So it's just it's a deep dive that they don't make it easy to dive into. So either way, it's yeah, even talking about it, I feel tired. It's like, so well, this is I mean, I tried to do it before, but I went about it briefly. This I'm looking into a little bit more deeply. Like if I look at them and then what else is out there keeping hidden, and then they feel attacked, you can say. So well, I'm going to keep diving, but it's not going to be an easy dive, let's put it that way. So all right, blessings. All right, I'm going to connect to their energies. This should be a lot better than earlier, so should be interesting. Blessings. Here we go. Greetings to you. We are the Tartarians. Greetings to you. Now, it isn't all that important to see our past. I mean, you can look as you wish, but yes, it's not an easy find, as this is one cover-up after the other. But there is an elitist agenda to keep our energies hidden. You can also say with our time period, we had our own version of 2012 where we connect to the stars and light beings, where we did actually have visitations. So a lot of that's been covered up. Now, why is your world into an alien environment now? Well, yeah, because of the galactic wars that are going on today. It was shut out. Now you can connect to our energies and see what you feel on that. As yes, we were moving into a fourth dimension environment. You can say it got stopped. But that happens all the time on this world. Not that it's going to happen this time here, as you're going into a new age once again. But our time, yes, we were hijacked. But you know, you always have like a couple of warm-ups. As now you have technologies differently, you have your internet that is saving you, you can say. Sort of. Because even that's being censored as we were censored in the past. But yes, you're going into a time of more galactic connections, of course, currently. But in the past, we were very galactically connected. Of course, we weren't always aware of what we were connecting to, but we knew there was outsiders connecting with it. Of course, this wasn't the whole race. It's only a small amount. Your amount is actually larger than ours of galactic connection. But once again, there was a major cover-up of alien connection. Not that you had ships landing, but we knew something was around. So, of course, once again, this wasn't the entire Tartarian race. As yes, there's Asian, there's Russian, there's yes, or Mongolian, if you want to call it that. Much of it is, yes, the Mongols did fight, or Tartarians did fight the Chinese too. take it over, basically, to even make it a better place, but that was not possible, as you can see where it is today. So the elites that won that war won your war and created your current maps of today. So yes, it was a different time. It was a time that we say a lot of us were ahead of our time, and that did go into where you are today. Well, it's just we were forgotten on purpose, of course. Well, back then, history was not easy to record for the masses. I mean, only as you say, your winners are only ones that record history. And who are your winners? Those that are running your reality currently today. And they felt that we didn't matter for your current existence. But you do have our energies with you currently. Meaning, whatever you think of the past is not that important. I mean, it is, but it's not. Meaning that you can just connect to our energies directly without having to, sweat the small stuff. As yes, there's been many 2012 eras. So the Mayan calendar, yes, has been right many times for different reasons in different time frames. So not to say you're not going into your awakening step. Of course you are. No one's here to stop you. But you make it for what it is. As there are beings trying to stop all of this, of course, please continue in your development as you get larger and larger with your connections. As even our energies are going to become more known to you and become part of your society, of course. As yes, we are connected also to we call free energy. There is technologies. Yes, it's connected to water. It's connected to wind. Of course, back in our day, free technology was pretty easy. Free energy was, part of life, effectively. We didn't have an electric bill, as far as we know, as you do. So, part of you, possibly, yes, you'll go into kind of like a primitive state of society as you're kind of going through that right now. Everything's kind of simplifying itself. But that's when you see more clearly of where you're going. Because the aliens are actually very simplistic beings. Angels are very simplistic beings. Humans are the complicated ones, at least on this world. Everything is complicated. Go to a family, everything's complicated. Thanksgiving dinner, everything's very complicated. Many minds are racing. So what do you think about meditation? Meditation is simplicity. It's all about simplicity. So many of you want a connection. The idea is with spirit is to heal what is going around you. Clear it out. Quietness, which is not easy to do. Bring quietness into your energy field. You can see further into your future and who you are. And go into a more of a positive dynamic of what you're going to be. So, yes, connecting to giants. Why giant? Another reason why giants exist is because it's just the love of life, you can say. A being is born and just loves the energy of the earth, and all of a sudden it's a giant being. That being genetically alters itself. So we're just going to send that energy out to you for you to feel that. Once again, the art of simplicity. And many are having difficulty seeing that. Of course, you're in a world of complexity. You have, yes, your medias and everything talking. And that's why some of you go into the country or find nature to calm things down. But that's not easy as it sounds, because you have to really go into that mindset. But when you have bills to pay, survive, and how can you quiet all that down? So this is why our aliens can connect the way they do. They don't have bills to pay. They don't have, they might have parents that are nagging, but to a different degree, because they know how to shut up. Everybody knows how to shut up, meaning that when they feel like they're getting a little bit too complicated with negativity, they cool down. It's like, wait a minute, what are we doing? What is the energy we're bringing in to the room? It's like, it's hostile, isn't it? Yes. Even if we're love and light, why are we being so hostile to each other? So, and that's very not easy to accomplish, as you can see. To bring in more clarity. So, yes, connecting to spirits basically, not to say you have to be quiet all the time, but quiet with just disruptions as you're being disrupted and confused all the time, pull this direction, that direction. Just find a silence. Some might find silence, but there's silence where it's truly silent. Where you can finally hear spirit, hear yourself in the higher astral realms, and just think everything now makes more sense. So, and that is what you're working towards at this time. Yes, we're not saying everybody in the world needs to be quiet, like right now or anything. No, but just what energies are you bringing in? Now, this is already common knowledge, but might not be always understood. Even those with the most positive intentions can not always bring the most positive energies, because some of them bring in, this is what I see things should be. And that it's sometimes a controlling positivity, where positivity is actually controlling others. So is there an agenda behind positivity? Yes, there can be. And it happens very often. The mask of positivity can trick someone. I mean, there's lessons there to be learned. It's not as easy as it sounds. Yeah, it's finding a neutral energy is complicated, but when you see light and dark and you are in the middle of it all and you enjoy both of them, the perks of both. You're not getting drawn into either one of them. I mean, at times, but you find a balance. You know your vices, you know your positivity, but you keep a standard ground to who you are, where you keep your sanity. While others, because some they get so positive, they can go crazy, as some of you probably have seen. They might hide it, but it does cause inner difficulties too, which they're not always aware of. Well, some might that go to church a lot and say, "Oh, I'm going to God. I'm going to church, so I must have all these good things happening to me, and I believe in this God." And then when something bad happens, they like have a heart attack because they're doing all these good things. And now, why did this happen? So that's a lot of healing that needs to be done there, as you can see. So it's just even your American Indians found your Native American chiefs found a positivity, just a quietness. They smoke their pipes and just find that all the clutter of the world, they smoke their pipe to bring in a silence around them so they can connect to spirit. They've just gotten used to it. It's part of their culture, their nature, to not be too loud. So, just giving you an insight of how to connect. Yes, once again, if it's quiet around you, doesn't always mean it's easy to make that connection, as many of you know. So, and you have your own thoughts and fears that you're dealing with too to heal. So, blessings. Greetings to you. Yes, I'm the Snowman from Sirius. Greetings. There are snow people, yes, in Siberia. That is paradise for us. Your mountains are okay, but flat land works better. As yes, we are in the fourth dimension. We're actually known to be comedians, actually. We have a good time. There's many of us, not just one snowman. There's snow people. There is an ice queen, an ice princess too. But us, the snowman, there's different types. There's the Yeti, of course. The snowman is a snow creature. Well, notice even the snowman that people make in front of their homes, this brings a comedy to people, a humor. That's the intention to make the environment fun. Where you're closed in all day or weeks, you go out and make a snowman, which is the gift of nature, Mother Nature. Even Mother Nature has a humor to it. So allow a snow creature, snowman, or snow people to be created. So when they create a snowman in front of your house or home, whatever, um, there is a soul there. You just created someone. Well, as a soul enters it, you can feel the energy. It's having a blast usually. Well, because it brings laughter to others, it brings humor, a sense of accomplishment. It just brings a good vibe over, especially for kids. It gives them wonder of fantasy. Fantasy being that is right in front of them in the third dimension. So how many beings can you create a fairy out of snow? Yes, but how many are going to do that? A snowman is very simple to create. So it is there to bring out a joy out of people through hard winters. So, but we are a collective that's just there to just calm the energies of the earth, of course. Of course, yes, we'd be like to be made snowmen throughout the summer, but that's not kind of our point of existence. I mean, if you're out in the middle of nowhere in snow region world, you can create a snowman anytime you want, if there's enough snow, of course. To bring just, once again, a sense of accomplishment, humor, somebody to talk to. Your kids talk to us. And we're just there to give good vibrations to the family. It is creating a snowman is like removing stress. So, of course, when we melt, that's no fun. But it just shows that trend. Nothing lasts forever. But we do come back eventually when it snows again. Or we are also teachers. We our energies are teaching youthful kids and adults also, for adults and children to get along with each other, let go of your problems, and just work together to create a snow person. And we let you design us. There's no design method that we're looking for. Put eyes, a face, different hats, whatever it works. But yes, we're an anomaly, aren't we? Not many are creating Mother Earth during the snow times, but snowman or snow woman, they do exist too. Snowman, snow people, we exist, snow families. So we're just here to bring, yes, a chuckle to humanity. Hope you find yourselves. Just to bring, yes, light in a world of darkness, to bring not darkness completely. It's just a world of great challenges that the soul progression is quite humorous in the long run. It's there to, yes, to heal the seriousness, because things can get serious. There are times where things need to be serious, and there are times when a snowman actually acts. The snowman energy, actually asks to be made. It's like, I'm here. And so when people feel like, let's make a snowman, we're talking to you. So there's also Jack Frost. He does exist too. He's normally he's the one that brings the winter in. But he's, it brings a refreshment to humanity. Sometimes it's best. Yes, there is a version of a lockdown when people get snowed in. But there's also a tradition to it. But, a snow person is, bring enlightenment. When people drive by a snowman, they get a laugh out of it. And that's the idea. It's a marker of those that are trying to heal, want to have fun. So it's actually better than Christmas lights, less clutter. From what we see, we have more of a consciousness. Christmas lights have their conscience too. They're big on design. They want to look good for everybody, like the supermodel. The Christmas lights are a supermodel of Christmas, you can say. They like to put on a show. You're entertainers. And even snow people, we're entertainers also. We might stand in one place, but when people get creative and create other snow people, not just one, or you can create one, but so when you create a snowman and a snow female and a snow kids, that family is actually there. So when they're creating it, it's like sculpting. The energy is already there. You're just putting it together. So it's kind of like the member of the family. Technically, we never go away. Now, if you move to a different location where there's snow, yeah, we'll go with you. And if there's no snow, that's okay. We'll work it out somehow. So, give you some details of our energies as you go into the new year. Of course, Jack Frost, yes, there's a lot of tests that people have to go through. You realize the soul is aware of what they're getting themselves into, a higher awareness. And that's why, like, when you have any type of weather anomaly, yeah, you kind of brace yourselves for it, but you are there for a reason. Not there to be punished. Some might feel that way, but not necessarily. Yes, there is government involvement here and there, but a lot of it's just human consciousness learning, figuring itself out, moving people around. Weather moves people around. A hurricane comes, it's like, okay, we can't take this anymore. Then they move. So it's there to bring life-changing environments. It's like some people said, maybe it's time to move. Like, no. Then a hurricane comes. Like, okay, maybe we should move now. For example, or earthquake or whatever it might be. Or for California's energy, high taxes. That's technically a weather anomaly too, but on a human form. But that's a financial wave, you can say. Financial energies are nature connected too. Your stock market is a weather energy also. But California has obviously taken advantage of it, as you can see. They want to clear out the state for new energies, basically. But they are one of the leaders of your Earth, meaning for trends, for change. So of course they're going to go through all places that have been severely locked down because of what's going on, health-wise. Those are major hubs that are changing the Earth. So California makes sense because they're going through a spiritual change, not an easy one, but a spiritual change as they develop and take the world to the next direction. At least part of it, part of the world. So, blessings.